Today. I always say that I want to be a fancy lady in my heart, and that's what I think is so special about Savor Patisserie. We're bringing you delicious French delicacies, but made right here in the USA in Dallas, Texas. This is something special because we're bringing you 210 fall variety meringues in 3 different jars. Now these were new just a few weeks ago at the end of September. You're getting 3 different flavors, which is a true French delight. You're getting that bananas Foster, apple cider, and salted caramel for $29.98. That's right, under $30 for all 3 of those beautiful jars. 3 easy payments of $9.99, and shipping and handling is absolutely free. If you've never had a meringue, it's that perfect light, crisp bite, just bursting with fall flavors. And for me, it just perfectly satisfies that sweet craving. I am so thrilled because I'm joined by Kelly Watts, who is the mastermind behind Savor Patisserie. Hi, Kelly, I'm so happy to see you.
Hi, Chelsea. Great to see you.
And this is really a passion project for you. Talk to me a little bit about how you got started, because I think it's the most wonderful story.
Thank you. Yeah, so my background was in design. I thought I was going to be a fashion designer, but I fell in love with baking for fun. It was a great stress relief for me in the evenings. My mom is actually from France, so I'm half French. So I became obsessed with baking traditional French treats, French macarons, and now meringues. So for me, it's been a really fun journey. I ended up quitting that design job, opening a store. I'm standing here in my Dallas location. I have a couple brick and mortar stores here in Texas, and now we ship our macarons and meringues all over the U.S.
I mean, Kelly, that just gives me nice little chills, because I think that is truly just like the American dream, that you had this wonderful hobby that you made into a successful business with 2 different standalone stores, and now you're here at QVC. Now, this is something special, but in case anyone at home has never had a true French meringue, talk to me about what this is.
Yeah, so meringues are really unique. They're technically not cookies, and they're not exactly a pastry either. They're kind of their own category. But what's really cool about a meringue is there's still quite a bit to them. So in order to make a meringue, you whip up egg whites, you get to this perfect soft peak stage, and then pour in some granulated sugar. That brings it to that really beautiful glossy white meringue. At that point, you can color it and flavor it according to your preferences. In this case, right now, we have some really fun fall flavors to bring you that fall inspiration. And then you pipe every individual little meringue is piped by hand. And then they go into the oven to bake, and that's it. So it's a simple process, but there's a lot of steps along the way that if they don't go exactly right, it does not turn out. So you really have to know what you're doing. For me, this is a passion, and we're super excited to be bringing these meringues to QVC.
Absolutely. They are so delicious, but let's talk about those fall flavors. Let's start with what's on top, that apple cider. Tell me all about that.
Yes, so apple cider. I mean, you can't have fall without apple cider, right? This is an iconic fall flavor. So this one's great. When you open this jar, you're going to smell those spice aromas. So you're going to get the cinnamon, you're going to get that apple flavor, but it's not a candy apple flavor. It really is an authentic apple flavor. So this is basically like a warm mug of apple cider in meringue form.
Oh, I love that description. And I want to tell everyone, if you've never tried a meringue, they are so satisfying because it's crisp, but then it just melts in your mouth. It's so, so yummy. I see what you have in your hand. Is that the salted caramel?
This is our salted caramel. So salted caramel is the macaron flavor that has been our best seller for over 8 years. This is the flavor that my customers can't stop, won't stop buying. So we turned it into a meringue. So this one is going to be salty and sweet. You're going to get that warm, rich, buttery, salted caramel flavor. And then before these go into the oven, we're actually sprinkling on a little bit of loose sea salt right before they bake. So you get that little crunch from the salt. It balances out the sweetness, and this one's addictive. This is the one that people they're like, I'm just going to have a few. And then before they know it, the entire jar is empty.
Kelly, I'm going to tell you right now, because you and I have worked together before. I had a jar of these in my dressing room, and I was like, I'm just going to have one. And then I would pop, and then they would disappear. But what I want everyone to know, and I'm going to read it to make sure I'm telling you everything right. This is a sweet treat that you can feel good about because it's dairy and fat-free. It's low sodium, low sugar, low to no cholesterol, no artificial preservatives or flavors. So that satisfies that sweet craving, Kelly, but then it's a snack that you can feel a little better about, that you're not overindulging.
Exactly right. And
Yeah.
the best part is that each one is just 2 calories a piece. So you can
Yes.
eat this entire jar for only 100 calories. I mean, it really doesn't get any better than that.
I mean, I'm about to be like on a meringue diet. I'm like body by meringue. I love that. So talk to me about
Right.
that last flavor because bananas Foster is one of my favorite things in the whole land.
Yes. So Bananas Foster, this one has come about because in the spring we did banana pudding, and that ended up
Mm.
being our top selling flavor. The QVC customers told us they loved the banana version, so we needed to warm it up, spice it up a little bit, make it into a fall version. So we ended
Yeah.
up with Bananas Foster. So you're going to get that same authentic ripe banana flavor in the meringue, and then these we've topped with turbinado sugar, which is
Ooh.
it's a brown sugar. It's a coarse brown sugar, so that's going to give you that element of the toasted, the bruleed
Right.
flavor that you get with a traditional Bananas Foster.
I mean, Kelly, these flavors sound absolutely delicious, and I want to remind everyone of the incredible value that you're bringing home 210 meringues. Each flavor you're bringing home, you don't have to decide which flavor you like the best. You're getting all three, the apple cider, the salted caramel, and then the Bananas Foster. They come in those individual jars. It breaks down to about $10 per jar. All three today for $29.98. Three's payments of $9.99. Shipping and handling is absolutely free. And I know these aren't going to last that long, but talk to me about how long they stay good on your shelves too.
Yeah, these will keep for 6 months. So there's
Wow.
no rush at all. And once you get these home, you can really hang on to them. They can stay in
Yeah.
your pantry until you need a snack. I like keeping these on hand because it comes up so often that I'm running out to an event or a party and I've forgotten to get something for a hostess gift.
Right.
The packaging is nice enough that you can feel confident to take this with you as a gift. It's certainly giftable. If you want to go the extra mile and throw a little bow around it, you could do that. But it's something that's giftable, but it's also just that pantry staple that you can keep on hand or keep in your drawer at your office. Bring
Yes.
them out, have a couple for a little sweet treat whenever you need.
Kelly, I love what you just said about a hostess gift because how many times, especially, I talked about this earlier, it's October 5th. We are going to blink and we're going to be in the thick of Christmas. We're going over to each other's houses for quick little holiday gatherings. You want to bring something special. And of course, it's always nice to bring a bottle of wine, but why not bring authentic French patisserie? That's something so special to bring them French meringues. And those jars are gorgeous. And I love that idea, Kelly, that all you got to do, I mean, you don't have to do anything, but if you wanted to tie a little bow, it looks perfect. If you're giving a gift to teachers, earlier Stacy Soffer has suggested the receptionist at your vet's office or your favorite doctor or your dental hygienist. There's so many people in our lives that we want to gift to, and we want to do something really special. This to me is such a special way to gift for the holiday season. Make sure you give us a call to place your order, 1-800-500-7590, because again, this is something truly delightful that's really unique as well.
Yep. And it's a great value because, I've poured out quite a few.
Yes.
I've filled this whole little plate here and I still have basically a full jar. So you're really getting more than you think. These are great to put out as a mix if you want to mix them up. Perfect for your Thanksgiving table. But again, they're just a good pantry staple, keeping that jar on hand for whenever you need.
Absolutely. I love that it satisfies that craving that I know everybody has. I certainly do. Where it happens around like 10:30 p.m. where I'm like, I could go to bed or I could have a sweet treat. And I love that your meringues satisfy that sweet craving. It's a light, crisp bite that just melts in your mouth. That's absolutely delicious. But like I said before, 2 calories per meringue. Dairy and fat-free, low sodium, low sugar, low to no cholesterol, no artificial preservatives or flavors, shelf stable for up to 6 months. They're not going to last that long. And I just love, too, Kelly, that you're getting all 3 of those flavors, apple cider, Bananas Foster, and that salted caramel for under $30 today.
Yep. You don't have to choose. And at 2 calories a piece, it's a way better choice at the end of the day when you want to satisfy that sweet tooth without undoing all of your good choices for the day.
Absolutely. And Kelly, we have a little bit of time left, but in case we have new friends joining us, if you've never had a meringue and you're like, well, I don't know, is that the same as like a macaron? Like, tell us about what meringues are.
Yeah, so a good way to describe these is they're like, it's kind of like cotton candy in the way that it melts in your mouth, but it's a crunch. So it's like a little tiny bite. like like a kiss, but it's crunchy and it's going to instantly just kind of dissolve on the tongue and melt in your mouth. So
Yeah.
it's a crunchy, sweet bite, but they're so light. And you'll be shocked when you get these jars, like how light they are in weight.
Right.
Because they're, again, just egg whites perfectly whipped up. And then we pour in that granulated sugar to get the beautiful glossy meringue, put the flavor in, and then we hand pipe every individual one. And that's something else that I really love about these, is that they're not, it's very obvious that they're all made by hand because each one is unique. We call them snowflakes. We call them our little meringue snowflakes because every single one is just a little bit different and unique in its own way.
I love that, Kelly. You're bringing home something handmade from Dallas, Texas, a woman-owned business that I absolutely love. At Savor Patisserie, you're getting 210 of the fall variety meringues in 3 different jars. This is M131457. Make sure you call us now. That sale price is $29.98, 3 easy payments of $9.99, and shipping and handling is free. Kelly, I just love seeing you. Thank you for being here.
Great to see you, Chelsea. Thanks so much.
All right, bye-bye. Oh, those meringues are dangerous, but you don't have to feel bad.